Wait, without wasting any time, let's get into the video. So today we are going to make a dictionary application where we will be using the API with Flutter and Dart. So basically, as shown in the demo here, whatever the word I'm entering here, it gives me the bunch of definition, meanings, some parts of speech, phonetic symbol, and all the things. So basically I am using a API here which gives me the data, gives me the meaning of the words I enter, gives me the definition, the phonetic symbol of the particular word I am entering as shown here. So without wasting any time, let's start. I created the Flutter project already here. Let's import material Dart here. As I'm using Android application, I'm making an Android app, so I'm importing material Dart over here. Main function, void main function is required in Flutter. Run app, it means I'm running this app on a material app. So basically material app is required to run application over Android, over any Android. I need a material app there. So I called the home page here, basically the class name home page there. So I'm going to make a home page here, stateful widget. I'm naming it home page here. Let's import material app constant. So here let's give it something scaffold inside body. I'm using single side scroll view. First create some app bar here. App bar means basically I'm going to show you a little later on. Give it a body here, inside body single child scroll view. This basically allows the interface to have a scroll feature in your application. So whenever the content goes out of the screen size, it basically allows us to scroll, single child scroll view. In Flutter everything is widget, and here single child scroll view is a widget and it has its child. So inside child I am giving it column here. So I am basically arranging column, I mean arranging the contents in column. So I'm giving column as a child of single child scroll view. Again column basically has children. Size box, here I'm giving a size box. So what it does, it basically adds spacing between the widget, I mean between the content. It provides some spacing with height 20 pixels. Padding, as we all know, padding, I'm giving it padding. So basically it assigns some space is in sets dot all 20. Child, let's give it some text field. So what this text field is, it is the search bar basically. If I want to enter some words to get it meaning, so I'm using a text field. So what I need to do is I need to grab what I had written on my application. So here I am using the controller. Basically you can name anything in the controller. Decoration, input decoration, it's just to decorate the search bar. In text, it basically provides user with text, basically in text. So you are sure that you need to enter a word here. Fill color set white, okay. Color set wide field is true, so my text field, that text field should be filled here. Border outline input border. It's all about design, so design will be seen later on. I'm just writing it for now. I get an error here. There are some error which we're going to solve a little later. So basically, I have not defined the controller underscore what controller here, so I'm going to define it a little later. For now, let's fix this border radius. I'm going to circle the search section here, so I'm using the border radius dot circular. And yes, again I need to define that word controller, but I'm going to define it a little later. So unsubmitted the search controller, when I'm ready with my words I need to submit it, so I can signal the APIs so it can fetch some data out of it based on that controller, word controller. Let's add comment here. So basically it is needed to know that what the user is typing. Word controller, I'm going to define it a little. I think here it needs to be defined. Text editing controller, the way to define the word controller. Basically I'm going to give it a name underscore word controller. It's the name of the variable. Text editing controller, I defined it, so error is gone. Again here I need to find this device. Okay, another device came up. Let's erase this. Okay, so this is the device, the Android emulator we are going to use now to view the results. I'm going to run it. Let's wait a minute here. Just for now, unsubmitted that search box, I'm just changing the state. Changing statement simply I'm refreshing the UI widget there. So basically here you can see a search box appears here, so I can write anyway. That's common sense. Again I get that debug so check mode banner. I need to erase this first. That you can view that red debug appears there, so yeah, okay, that needs to be erased, and we will do it quite little later on. Let's wait. Why is not this person? Now my backend part arrives. So basically up to now we are just building a simplest form of API, simplest form of design. We just made a navbar, a search box, and nothing more. Let's create some models. Models are required to interact with the API. So the API I'm using now, that words API, I think it is name is words API or whatever. I just found it and I just decided to make it. And yes, it's free to use, so you can also use it. No plans are required for it. The premium plans that other API use. It's open for all. To interact with the API, we need to import some plugins here. So I'm going to import some plugin pop.dev. It is the plugin website for Flutter. We need a plugin here that helps us interacting with the API. HTTP is required plugin. In my pub/spec.ml, I import it. I save the file. I will import that file now. Import. Let's wait. So inside model file we are going to make a class here. So let's import that HTTP plugin first, and we're going to make a class. Inside class we will define some properties and some methods. So for convenience, I'm making a model folder here outside my home page or anything page section. I define some folder, and inside that I define API models file name. Inside this I'm going to create a class and define its object in home page later, so that we can use the method defined in this class. So for a method, I'm going to write the future means if we are doing something like fetching data from the internet or the internet service, we are going to define future here. Get words API is the name for my method. It's simply a function, and if it is written inside a class, then it's simply called method. So there is no need to worry about that. I'm going to use this API link, and this API needs to be read correctly. It's quite complicated, this API. This structure is quite complicated, but never mind. So this is the link. I would define the link here, string URL. Inside URL, I define the link from where the data is fetched, or the API link simply. It's fetched from the internet, so I defined HTTP plugin right in my head, in the head section. And the top of the file I defined HTTP plugin, so I can use this future. I can interact with the internet links, hyperlinks, URL, and many similar stuff like that. Another properties is simply a variable, but if it is defined inside a class, then it's properties. So here I am defining simply a variable response inside get words API there. What this response does, it accepts header file which is in the format of application, in the format of JSON. JSON is simply the form of file type, where the popular type where the data are sent over the internet. Another variable data JSON, it decodes response, body response. It decodes the JSON dot decode. So variable data, it is responsible to decode the JSON file, and it returns the data which we defined earlier, which decode the JSON file. Yeah. I think for now it's enough. I use that asynchronous because we are using the data from internet. We need to synchronize that data first. You can understand that it as a part of syntax. These it might work. So we declared a class there, so we are defining the object of the class. The simple process, we are just inheriting that class here. Yeah, we can give the name of object anything, but let's give it a similar name. API models, it is the name of the class. I should import it. API models, small, that means second. This is the object name. So by using that object name, we can use the method declared in that other API model that in that class. So future builder, if we are using API, then we probably should use future builder. There are other ways also, but yeah, this is also the way. Future builder takes future and builder. As in future, I provide API models, which is the object dot get towards API. It is the same method name which we declared earlier, and as you know, it takes a parameter here, and the parameter is the source text. So from where I can get source text is from the controller we defined in the text field, that word controller. Simply user types a word in the search field there, and we can get the data from the controller. That controller is passed through within the bracket, that word controller dot text, it's passed in that method as a parameter. So builder text context and snapshot asynchronous. Snapshot, it is dynamic, of course. We are going to give it here the error handling. If the data is loading, then we should show the loading sign in the center, or whatever you can see. You can display here the attractive image also. Just for now, I'm showing a circular progress indicator here. That means simply the buffering sign. If snapshots.connectionState equals connectionState.waiting, if the data is being loaded or is loading is in loading state, then it returns the circular progress indicator in the center, as mentioned here. Else if there might be some error, we can't be sure that it should not return an error. If it does, then we can show the error as it is to the user. If it has some error, then it will throw that error. Snapshot dot error, it should simply return the error. Snapshot dot error, if anything error happen, then it returns it. Else if snapshot not dot as data or snapshot dot data that is empty, then we need to return something like center. child, yeah, text, insert text, no data available. If the data is empty, or if the random word doesn't exist within the server of that and words API, then it should return me no data available, or if empty data, then it returns no data available. These are the error handling. So if there is no error, then we should of course return the data, the meaning, definition, or whatever we can. Else, here are the list, dynamic list, data, cons, wait. Need to define some data. It's of course in the list, so we are going to define data, snapshot the data, list view dot builder, another required widget. Physics never scrollable physics, of course, because we already make the application scrollable by using single child scroll view, so we don't need to dual scroll or something like that, else it shows error. So we are going to define that never scrollable physics there. String grab true, item count, of course, and the data length, the length of data. It counts basically the index of the API, the how many meanings that word contains. It counts the data length, and it returns the item count. Item builder means simply it takes context. Index means the basically counting way. I hope you understand that what index means. I'll show you the API link later on, so it would be more clear. Hope so. Word data, variable word data, data index. Word data, I define word data as data index. It means the how much, I mean, if it is first data, second data, third data, we need to show them all. Index starts from 0, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So how much data is available to me, it just returns it part to part. Variable word data, word variable phonetics, word data phonetic. So if you think this is kind of vast thing, or if you are not understanding this, then let me show you the API and a few column and axis alignment. We're giving it the padding. There inside that big bracket, I wrote in that variable, I wrote a word phonetic and meaning of also meanings also. These are the the data from the JSON. I got the data from the JSON in a similar manner, which contains the word is basically the source word. If I search book, then it shows the word equals is book in a string. The word data phonetic, it shows the API itself shows the phonetic symbol which is inside word data meanings. The basically it gives me the meanings written if I use the meanings variable in a text. Let's do it. I think constant is showing me some error. Yes, you need to be careful whether you have written constant or not. In some case, if you have mistakenly written constant, then it won't accept dynamic variable value. So I think I'm getting the same error here. Let's solve it. As insert symmetric, no. Phonetic, no equals no. Heading constant is insert is in set dot all. Insert dot all. No, I think is in sets. Is in set. Okay. From horizontal, I'm giving it like a 16 pixel padding horizontal, and in you can also add the vertical here. And yeah, if phonetic not equals now, and we need to return something here. Insert child, as I told you, every widget here has a child. We need to assign some child here. Text phonetics, just for checking, I'm giving it here phonetic. Oh, let's check later on then. Okay, phonetic. If we simply give the $sign there, then it understands that it's not the text written. Despite that text, the quotation mark, I can assign there a variable by using $sign. So I will style it and fashion manner. Text style, it's the syntax basically. Font style, I'm going to give it italic type, Italian. Oh yeah, italic. Font should be italic there, phonetic. Again, I'm going to use a list view dot builder here. Item builder simply text context and some index to count the data. Let's give some physics here. Never scroll level scroll physics, because my app is already scrollable, as I defined single child scroll with here. Shrink wrap true. These two things needs to be done. Item count means the data, how much data I can get, the count of the data. So it's for my definition, I think, as far as From where? We have not written word here. Okay, we have written word, some phonetics. Yeah, now meaning start length. Item builder, as I told, item builder takes context, index, build context, some index here to count. It should be in integer, of course, as there won't be 2.5 amount of data. Either there will be 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 or like that. It is in integer. So meaning index, variable, parts of speech. So for as a single word have multiple parts of speech, it can be used as noun or adjective or whatever it can have. So we're defining it, parts of speech equals meaning index. Here the counting index is meaning index. Here inside meaning index, inside each data, find that parts of speech. So it simply means that we're going to store another variable here. Oh, sorry. Okay, let's go. Variable definition. As a single word have multiple definition, I need to I can't be sure whether the amount of data is single, double or multiple. I can't be sure, so I need to check its data, meanings data. Inside meanings data, I need to count the data. The meaning index counts the data. Inside that data, for each definition, I need to find each definition for each type of definition. So I am writing a column here. Cross axis alignment means it's simply alignment. Start. Children, I'm going to define some padding. Padding const is inset, sorry. Vertical alignment for 8, horizontal for 16. Okay, 16. Okay, I don't know how it looks, but let's give. We'll surely modify it later on if needed. As every widget has a child, I'm defining a child. Text should be its child because we're going to show the parts of speech here. No, sorry, parts of speech. Part of speech. Yeah. The main thing is you can't assign a constant with a variable that varies. Yeah, of course variable varies, but though I remove that constant and now it works like a charm. Yeah, okay. I think I got some error there, but it is some styling. Okay, text style, this font bold. No. List view builder again. List view builder again. We need to define a scrollable physics as already I defined my app has scrollable by a single side scroll view. So my app is already scrollable, so I don't need again scrolling physics. String wrap through item builder, as item builder requires context and counting index, and item count requires counting the amount of data, the logic. String wrap through, yeah. So item builder context index, in let's rename it a definition index. So we need to be more like definitive, I guess. So let's write it cleanly. Variable definition index. I can give that definition index any name though, it's just a naming convention. So it's better to write what you want to write, what the words related to what you want to write. It's always better. Variable definition equals, let's give it a so in definition variable, let's store wait, definition inside big bracket definition index, another variable definitions, I think. The text written definition, here. Okay, I think it might work, but not sure. What have I done here? I need to write definition index. I need to say definition inside meanings. There is parts of speech and definition. So as per this, I need to code definition. Okay, I think inside definition index, for each meaning there are phonetics, definitions, and there is definitions. There is definition. again. List here, title, column, and cross-axis alignment is just the context, and the content starts from the beginning. Cross-axis alignment is just that. Inside children, let's give it a definition where we need to define the definition text there, as definition text is the definition, which means the definitions. Inside definitions there is an index, definition index, and inside definition index there is definition. As per the format of the API we are using that. Again, if example is not empty, no, not the bracket. Just inside, if example is not empty, now we need to show the example here. If example is not empty, so we will style this kind of italic. Okay, I think UI needs to be edited and anyway. There is error. Okay, so there was error. Semicolon was missing. So this is the part where we will be integrating with our API. We will be fetching the data and we will be sending our data there via the parameters in the method. I think let's try it. What's this error? Format exception. Let's give it a random name. Oh yeah, it's showing me some error. A string has no instance. Zeta is not empty. Oh, sorry, that means it is not empty. I wrote an extra E there. Let's refresh this. Let's stop this. Let's refresh this once again. I think it should work, but I am not pretty sure whether the looks is good. We can work on that, of course, but once our data is fetched, we can of course work on our front end part. But let's end our backend, and the API part. If that works, then there should not be any problem with implementing the UI design. Let's run it in my emulator. It should take time. But let's wait. Let's enter a word here. Oh, it was already completed. Let's enter a word here. Trigger. That's okay. So it returns me an error. Invalid value, not in inclusive range. Okay. Let's see what's wrong with it. Oh, item count. Yeah, I have not written item count here. So if item count is not written, then it is not sure that whether how the data is being counted. It's not sure. So I think that sort of error is fetched. Let's refresh this. I think this was completely forgotten. Okay, well, anyway, let's start again. Let's refresh and see it again. Okay, it's been refreshed. Let's try it. Oh, finally. Yeah, it got me with a bunch of definition, parts of speech. It is a noun. As a noun, it's definition. As something else, it's definition. It's given in the app bar section. I forgot to write the title there. Okay, let's give it some title. App bar section. Okay, whatever the text, it doesn't matter now. Okay, so words API, center title, true. It centers the title. Color, we can also add the color there, blue, red, whatever we want. Okay, this seems fine. Foreground color means the text color there. Okay, words API. Font weight dot W500. Okay, this seems fine. Font size, let's increase it. Okay, no, this much bigger. Okay, it was fine. 10, I think. 20, 18. Okay. Font weight 400. We found it. It's lesser than bold. And drawer, let's add a drawer. Drawer means that the menu icon. Okay, I think, yeah, it's pretty much done. Rest is the design. So once your backend part or working with your API is done, you can design it in any way. You can design it in attractive manner, but I'm using the minimal design. Yes, it's 1 hour, I think, is already completed. So just let's focus on the API part rather than design. It looks cool. Inside text field, we can use a prefix icon here. The rest part is all about designing. The more the design, the more attractive it looks. So yeah, that's the design now. The main work is finished. We worked with the API here. So thank you for watching.